Hello and good evening everybody, this is Gentleman and What here today again with you. I'm going to play some Fallout New Vegas. I know I haven't recorded in quite a while now, but let's get back to the originals. I'm going to be playing some Fallout New Vegas, one of my favorite original games before Vault 76 comes out. So let's go ahead and jump right into this gameplay of Fallout New Vegas. And let me go ahead and hit play. And let's go ahead and jump right into the awesome gameplay. And I'm going to go ahead and create a new profile. Let me see if all my downloadable content's downloaded. Looks like it. So I'm going to go ahead and start a brand new game. Enjoy.
War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Luckily, I'm still alive somehow. So, survival pack items added into the inventory. Classic pack items added to the inventory. Caravan pack items added to the inventory. Mercenary packs added to the inventory.
You're awake.
Yes, I am.
How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
Well, it's definitely not Carrier.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Goodsprings. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
Let's see how you did. Ugh, I'm ugly. Okay, let's look at the presets, what I got here. So there, the customized age. I want a little bit, not too old, but enough oldness. Alright. There you go. Gonna look like some soap from Modern Warfare 2. Let's see what kind of hair colors we got here. Want a little bit on the white side, like bleached. Yeah, there you go. Okay, facial hair. Yeah, I want my chops. I guess that's fine. Are you sure you want this to be your character? Yes.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there.
Alrighty, sir.
Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
It's always been a race. Take some of his stuff. Even though you just saved my life, I want to take some of your stuff. Yeah.
Ooh, looking good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try.
Alright.
We'll learn right quick if you got back all your faculties.
Alrighty, sir. Let's see this. Strength. And, well, I mean, I'll just keep that as the same. Perception, I always like to at least be a little bit high on the perception. Endurance, I'll just keep the same. Charisma. And I'll just go ahead and increase by 1. Intelligence, go ahead and put max I can with all the points. And that's about it.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great news. Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn are dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions?
Well,
See if your dogs
chair.
are still barking. All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
Cat.
House.
Shelter.
Night.
Dream.
Bandit.
Vaporize.
Light.
Dark.
Mother.
Caretaker.
Okay. Now, I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
Agree.
I ain't given to relying on others for support.
Strongly agree.
I'm always fixin' to be the center of attention.
Nope.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
Strongly agree.
I charge in to deal with my problems head on. Almost done here.
Chemical reaction.
Okay. How about this one? Last one. Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing.
Alrighty, energy weapons. I'm gonna go ahead and reset. I'm gonna put it to barter because we're gonna need to barter for that. I think his name was Pete or something, Mr. Pete or something like that, for the dynamite for the raiders that's gonna come in later. So we're gonna go ahead and set the barter up high. Secondary speech, and let's go ahead and set it to the other part's lock picking.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
Well, thanks, Doc. Alrighty. Built to destroy. The flamer that burns twice as bright, burns half as long. All weapons have a 3+3% chance to critically hit, but equipment condition decays 15% faster. That's fine with me. So the damage will be 3% critically hit. Chance is way higher. I think the other one's right down here. While using guns and energy weapons, you fire 20% more. You're fired 20% more slowly, but you're 20% more accurate. That's usually two I usually choose.
All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
Alrighty. Okay, let's see this guy has. Just take everything, like usually. Like what I usually do. Some of his fruit. Sound like I picked up a knife, apparently, I guess. Okay, let's see what he has in his room. So I always take the pre-war books. I think if I remember right, there's a lady on here, lady or a guy, can't remember because it's been so long. You can basically sell the pre-war books to her, and she gets a crap ton of caps. Because she's like a pre-war book person. And I'll take that. Let's see what's in the bathroom. Staring at the toilet. Alright, take some of this nice drinks here. Alrighty, got some cold drinks now. Yes, I'll take some of these pre-war books right here. I think I just took a Scorched book. Alright, sometimes it's so hard to select a book on here. I know I'm using the Xbox One remote, I know, on a PC game. Still, yeah, looks like it's working pretty well. Alright, I think this is basically all what the dude has in here. Then I'm going to be coming back for this little 9mm submachine gun later. Can't fix it right now. I think you gotta have it repaired like 25
Here,
plus.
These are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on, too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style, anyway.
Thanks, Pat. Thanks for patching me up, Doc.
Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out, too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Nah, I'm not gonna go hardcore, just normal mode. Alrighty.
I expect you'll be wanting to go outside after being cooped up for so long, but if you have any questions, I'll answer what I can.
Alrighty. Tell me about yourself, Doc.
Well, I already told you I came from a vault. After that, I was a traveling doctor for a spell. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Most folks out here ain't educated, so people with medical know-how are hard to come by. I found that I could help a lot of people with what I knew, and that was all right with me. Eventually, I went back and married my childhood sweetheart, and that was the end of my traveling days. Didn't miss it none then. Still don't.
You said before you had something taken from you?
Well, ain't we all, right? That was a long time ago. I don't pay it much mind anymore.
I need some medical supplies. Speech 30. My wound still hurt a little. Can you give me something for the pain, Doc?
Of course. You've been through a lot. Ain't much, but these'll do you right if the pain flares up.
Nice. 3 cent packs. Okay, what else he has? What town is this?
This here's Good Springs, named after the water we got here, just down the road to the southeast. Good Springs Source, they call it. It's a quiet town, and that's how we like it. We don't go looking for trouble, though occasionally it sees fit to come looking for us.
Alrighty, what else can you tell me about Good Springs?
Well, there's a general store just up the road, run by a fella named Chet. He don't got nothing fancy, but he's got your basics covered. If you're looking to wet your whistle, just past Chet's is the Prospector Saloon. The bartender there, Trudy, knows everyone in town. Other than that, there's not much to see. Just people trying to scratch out a living.
Alright, could you give me the rundown of Good Springs one more time? I need medical supplies. Who was it that rescued me?
That'd be Victor. Curious fella. He's sort of odd, and I don't just mean 'cause he's a robot. I couldn't tell you much about him. He's real friendly, don't get me wrong. You just get the sense that ain't the whole picture. Just a feeling. He keeps to himself, mostly. You want to know more about him, you'll have to ask him yourself. He has a shack on the southern edge of town.
Alrighty. Do you know anything about this man that shot me?
I didn't see him or the men with him. You might ask around town, though. Could be someone saw which way they was headed. Your best bet would probably be Trudy, the bartender at the saloon up the road. If anyone saw anything, she'd know about it.
Alrighty then. Goodbye, sir. So let me go ahead and save since this is the first save point right here. And here we go. Out the door we go. Oh my goodness, so bright. Alright, Old World Blues. You've gotten a fragment signal on your Pip-Boy. A coded transmission of some sort with a sad, jazzy undercurrent that makes your head hurt. As far as you can tell, it appears to be an invitation to the midnight science fiction future at the Mojave Drive-In. Please arrive early to catch the trailers. Old World Blues loaded. Old World Blues has been loaded. Your level cap has been increased by 5. The reunion. Your Pip-Boy has received a signal. Coordinations that lead to the canyon wreckage west of the Prim. Following the coordinations are the words Carrier 6 is signed Ulysses. Basically the same thing. Your level cap has been increased by 5. Happy Trails Expedition. Your Pip-Boy has picked up a radio broadcast from the Happy Trails Caravan Company. They're looking for one more member for an expedition to the Zion Valley. And also your cap level has been increased by 5. Alrighty, let me do something on here real quick. I have to turn the music off or I get copyright issues. That's about it. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and save again since all that stuff kind of loaded. Alrighty, let's... Oh, there's Victor. Hey, Victor.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
Thanks for digging me out of the grave, Doc.
Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
How did you happen to find me?
I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were. So I hauled you off to the dock right quick.
Do you know who these men were who attacked me?
Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that.
How did you end up in Good Springs?
I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any.
I've never seen a robot like you before.
I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy.
Alrighty, goodbye, sir.
Happy trails!
Alrighty, let's go. Looks like that's Victor's shack that the doctor is talking about. Gunrunner's Arsenal. The ongoing conflict in the Mojave Wasteland has kicked the weapon manufacturer into high gear. All major and minor weapons dealers in the region are rolling in new weapons, ammunition types, and modifications. Head to your nearest participating vendor and to pursue the merchandise. Alrighty. Gunrunner Arsenal has been loaded. Alrighty, let's see what's in this nice looking little mailbox. 5-pin, a locksmith, plus 10 locksmith. Sweet. Alright, let's check out this house. Alright, let me go ahead and save. I always save as soon as the second I enter, just in case I have to load back. Okay, let's see what's in this cabinet. Nothing worth taking. Sierra Modern Grand Opening. Your Pip-Boy has picked up a radio broadcast inviting you to the grand opening of the Sierra Mod Casino. And your cap has been increased by 5 also, so that means I got 20 plus now, I think. Here's 9mm rounds. Okay, let's see what he has in the refrigerator. Okay. Ah, sweet. There's nothing there. got some medical stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and save. Gonna turn my light on a little bit. Alright, so far I haven't seen anything really worth taking other than what was in that med kit. Dresser. Oh wait, it was +5 speech. Okay, yeah, I might take that. And I save. So I need a level 50 picking. That sucks. I think mine was like what, 30? I think it was. Yeah, 34. Even with my +10, I'm not gonna get it because it's a level 50. That's fine. I'll come back later for it. Alrighty, let's go to Victor's house where I was originally gonna head. Alright, now this is a nice little shack. Alright, let's see what's on the inside here. Let's see what we have up in here. Oh, sweet, an ammunition box. 128 energy cells. Awesome, awesome. Some box of soap. And some scrap metal. What else? And that's almost literally, other than 2 scrap metal I just got. Sweet, another ammunition. Other than that 28 energy cells I just got over there. Alright, that's all Victor had in his house. The cowboy robot. So, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot what her name is, but she's gonna make me come over to the schoolhouse anyway and grab these little plants. So I'll go ahead and grab these suckers. Oh yeah, I forgot. I haven't equipped any weapons yet. Let me go ahead and equip a weapon. Okay, 9mm. Got a couple of knives, looks like. Let me see here. I think I'm gonna possibly go with the 9mm. Mantis's eggs. I hear some buzzing. Oh, there's. Alrighty, let's. There you go. Ah, how can you miss? I'm missing worse than what the freaking action points is. That's funny. Alright. There it goes. Okay, I think I just got one little tiny Memphis left. And I'm missing like every freaking shot. That's nice. This is one tough freaking mantis. Oh my gosh. There you go. Ah. Alright, that's good. Take some of this stuff from them so I can sell it off later. Of course, it's not going to be worth much value of 2, so I can only receive half of the value of whatever it is. Unless my barter is really high. Alright. Program digest, toolbox, scrap metal, and here is the safe, looks like. And I got 16 bobby pins, sweet. Ah, well, I got 15. awesome. Alright, I'll go ahead and still do the computer because I can get, well, never mind. I guess, alright. So what's in this locker? 8 bottle caps, sweet. Alright. Got a box, coffee mugs. Wonder glue. Tan can, box of detergent. Luckily, we know there should be some, you know, laundry detergent in the future. Still left. Just seen that. Salesman's Weekly. Sweet. That should help me out with the guy that the merchant in here, so I can make sure I can get the the merchant to get the extra clothing for everybody else, for the rest of the people in here. All right, time to get out of here. Alrighty. Let me go ahead and save so I don't have to reload back if I die. Shouldn't die at this point, but still, yeah, you never know. Alrighty. I'm gonna go up to the water tower up there now, so I can grab some, totally forgot what it was, the other part of the plants. Sunny Smiles, I think it is, her name. I think it is. She's gonna make me go up there no matter what, to get the plants anyway, so I might as well grab them now, so I don't have to go up there later. That's maize, if you would want to be so specific. Switchblade. Go ahead and take the switchblade. Oh yeah, meeting people. Alright. Oh, let me go ahead and go to the merchant guy so I can get that shovel. I remember that there's like 3 or 4 graves up there that you can actually grab materials from. Okay, there's the general store. Let me go ahead and save anyway. Yeah, I save a crap ton. I always want to make sure that if anything goes wrong, I can reload back with no problem. Alright, there's the merchant.
Hey there.
Alright, what's up, dude?
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. Way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
Alrighty. Tell me about these weapon mods and special ammo.
Weapon mods are things like silencers, scopes, bigger magazines. Special ammo includes things like armor-piercing bullets, which don't hurt the target as much, but let you punch through armor easier. There's also hollow point bullets, which have the opposite effect. You can kill unarmored targets easier, but they don't do shit against armor.
Alrighty. What makes the surplus ammo inferior?
It's all about quantity over quality. Trouble is, you'll be cleaning and fixing your gun a lot more than usual when you use those kind of bullets.
Alrighty. Do you know anything about these people who attacked me?
The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy. He had a bunch of Great Khans with him, probably hired guns. The Great Khans normally stay in their own territory way up northwest, on account of them being enemies with the NCR.
Alrighty. Have you ever been to New Vegas?
Twice. Both times I drank a lot of liquor and lost most of my caps at the card tables. In that order, now that I think about it. If you ever get to New Vegas, be sure to visit Gomorrah. It's the best casino in the city. You won't regret it. Word of advice, behave. Between the NCR military police and Mr. House's robots, you don't want to be causing trouble on the strip.
Hello, Detective Pikachu. How you doing? Alright, I'd like to know more about Mr. House.
I'm afraid I don't know much myself. Mr. House has got his own casino, Lucky 38, but nobody goes in or out except his robots. The other casinos follow Mr. House's rules, so I guess that makes him the leader of New Vegas. As far as I know, nobody's ever laid eyes on the guy. I think that robot who pulled you out of the dirt belongs to Mr. House. If Mr. House is looking after you, It's gotta be a good thing, right?
I would say so. Anything else you can tell me about the Great Khans?
They're tough sons of bitches. Mean, but not crazy. They'll leave you alone unless you got something they want. The Great Khans deal in illegal chems. There's a good chance that most chems you come across were made by Great Khans.
Alrighty, show me what you have for sale.
Can do.
Alrighty, what was I going to do? Oh, the shovel like that I need to get. But I can sell some of this crap off right now, so I can lighten some stuff up in my hand. Okay, ashtray, baseball glove, box of detergent, carton of cigarettes, coffee mug, empty syringe. I don't know. Large burnt book. I don't need those. Princess legs, I don't need those. I can sell those. Okay, that's got 99 caps out of that, so that's pretty good. Let me see if he has the shovel. Oh, okay, this is, I guess, the stuff he was talking about. Like the high energy ionizer, Guns Runner's arsenal increases damage by 7+. Hello, Comrade Apple. How you doing? Okay, plus pistol receiver. Replenishes the ammunition by 1/4 of a shot. That's nice. I found you in the recommended. That's nice. At least I know that I'm in the recommended. Alright, pre-war buck, go ahead and pay for that. Scrap metal, go ahead and pay for that. I did not see the shovel. Let me go to the top again. Oh, 9mm pistol scope, sweet. But I only have 135 caps, so technically I'm not going to get it. I thought this dude has the shovel. Unless it was the saloon member. I guess he doesn't have a shovel. Oh well. Let's see. I'm not even sure what kind of weapons I have. I want to buy misbuy some of the ammunition I literally don't have. So it looks like a laser pistol and a 9mm, and also a grenade launcher. Looks like a grenade rifle, and a shotgun. So 20 gauge rounds. Go ahead and buy some 20 gauge rounds. 20 gauge slugs. I don't even think I have any weapons that takes the 5.56 rounds yet, or the 5.56 rounds on that. Oh, okay, weathered 10mm pistol, which I mean that takes to 10mm, so I might as well go ahead and buy some 9mm rounds. I don't think he had 10mm rounds. No, he doesn't. He only had the 9mm. That's good for right now. So
Give me a shout if you need anything else.
Yeah, you only got a shovel.
Take it easy.
Alright, well, there's a friggin' shovel right there. I need a shovel. And he's sitting right there. Damn. I want to get a shovel so I can dig up that stuff up there at the top where Sunny Smile sends me. Oh well, I'll just go ahead and go up there. I won't actually, don't make you do anything. Hello, Hurricanes. 2866. Alright, where is that water tower? I think it's right behind her. Yeah, there it is. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and go grab that stuff up there. I was gonna grab the shovel from the dude, but apparently he wasn't selling it. It was just off to the side, and he sat down where line of sight where I needed to get it, and I couldn't steal it. So that leaves me out of a shovel for right now, anyway. I'll just go ahead and get the flyers that I need for a little later. What's this tomorrow? I am playing this on PC, actually, matter of fact. Sweet snow globe. You found a limited edition Mojave landmark snow globe. These are rare pre-war artifacts, are widely considered to be useless bubblies, I guess. But rumor it has it, some collectors will pay dearly for them. Also, Hurricanes, if you're asking what CPU I'm using, it's actually down in the description. I have my full PC specs down below. Okay, I guess this was where I was buried, but they surely failed. Okay. Okay, I thought there was a plant up here that I had to get. No, it's up here somewhere. Oh, could be right here. Nope, don't look like it. I'm not even sure what the crap I'm looking up here. I think it's supposed to be some type of plant type that Sunny's gonna eventually send you up here for. Maybe I'm too ahead, I guess. Maybe I just need to go see Sunny. Sunny Smiles up down there. Oh, never mind. I found it. There you go. It's on one of the grave sites. Coyote tobacco chew. And some blackberry fruit. More fruit. Pear fruit. That's about it. Alright. Already got the pre-done of the quest, so all I have to do is go to Sunny now. Man, there is one thing I like what Fallout 4 did was actually gave you the run ability. I thought that was pretty cool. Other than that, I mean, that's about the only flaw of some of these older ones. Fallouts, you just don't got the run. But, I mean, it's not that big of a problem. It's just, I like my run on here. Go ahead and save before I come into this building. Alrighty, let's go ahead and jump in.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to.
Alrighty, Doc Mitchell said you could teach me to survive in the desert.
Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
Man, that escalated quick, if you know what I mean. Alright, fixing things. Let me see if there's anything here that I can take. Doesn't really look like it. Other than that, little magazine I seen as soon as I walked in. Hide around this corner, go ahead and save. Come on. Okay, I'll take this magazine. It's fixing things. Alright. Go ahead and save, because I already got it now. Nobody's seeing me. Other than you guys. Ooh, yeah, okay. Got some more magazines right back here. Take 6 sarsaparillas so I can collect those stars for later. just gonna take the filled ones for right now. Alright, let's see what she had. Dang it, it says I need a level 25 science. And there's a floor safe. Dang, I need a level 75 picking, which mine's definitely not that. Right now, I'll come back later for those. Alrighty, where is... Okay, there she is. Oh, smiles.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there?
Yeah, yes.
Take this and try to hit a couple of them.
Alrighty. Sweet.
That's the right idea. Try crouching down and staying still. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles.
Not really.
Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
Alrighty. Okay.
Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
Alrighty. I'm pretty sure she's going that way anyway. Might as well follow her, you know. I think I'm just gonna pull out my sturdy caravan shotgun. Sounds pretty awesome. Okay, we're almost to the point of where the little geckos are. I mean, the big geckos are a pain in the ass, like usual. But we're only doing the small ones right now.
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way. Okay, you're on. Go give him hell.
What's up, suckers? Oh no. Come on. Ah! Oh! Ah. Alright. Get the gecko hide, because gecko hide on here is actually pretty decent on money. Monet! Go and get the gecko meat. Get some of that good old taste of water. Alrighty. Let's go back and see what she says.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me.
Sure, I'll come with you.
Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me.
She gives me 65.56 rounds, which I don't even have a gun yet. That even takes 5.56 rounds yet. That's funny. But whatever. I'm definitely gonna need it later. And I gotta help this lady up here.
Come on.
Okay, there's one down. No, I do not want to attack her. Alright, there's number 2. Get that gecko hide. And there's the lady. Let me go ahead and get my, what is it? Yeah, laser rifle. Or laser pistol, sorry.
There's too many!
There we go.
That takes care of that.
Get some gecko meat and stuff. Alright, let's talk to this lady real quick.
Holy moly. If you hadn't come here like you done, I'd be a goner for sure. I came up here to draw water, but here, you should have what I got. You look thirsty.
Well, thank you. Good Springs accepted. Folks have came to you for helping for the nature. Thank you. Alrighty, let's go see Sunny now. There she is.
Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end. Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested?
Yeah, couldn't hurt.
Alright then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
And that's why I went ahead and got the stuff in pretty ahead, so I won't have to worry about it. Alrighty. Let me see here. Yeah, she's gonna make me cook over here. Conductor, some wonder glue. Alright, it's down here. Alright, come on. Come out. Come on, slowpoke. Let me go ahead and reload, so I don't have to reload later. Alrighty. Talk to her
Hey,
now.
that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
Alright. Of course, she didn't really teach me anything. It was just I went and grabbed something, so... Ah! She really? Seriously? It's not even allowing me to cook? How dare her! She didn't show me shit. Oh well. Let me see if we have anything else she can say.
Hi there. Sticking around?
Alrighty. I need to get to Prim. Can you suggest a route?
Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Prim is the town with the roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can.
Alright. I'm a little short on caps. I don't suppose there's any work available?
Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite.
Huh.
If you want to take a shot at it, take these.
Thing is, I already got it. A magazine on locksmiths?
If the lock's too much for you to handle, reading through the magazine might give you the edge you need.
And the bobby pins?
You'll need those to pick the lock. Be careful, though. Put too much pressure on them, and they'll snap.
Actually, I already cracked that safe.
Oh. Well, go ahead and keep the stuff I gave you anyway. It'll be more useful to you than me.
What do you do around here?
I hunt geckos, mostly. The meat's pretty good, and I can always find a buyer for the hides. I also help keep the town clear of rad scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in Good Springs, so wildlife is always creeping in.
Let's talk about the areas around Good Spring.
Sure. What do you want to know?
What other towns are nearby?
Southeast of here is Prim. Can't miss it. Since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. The NCR's got an outpost there. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something, but I heard they got troubles lately. I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. Got critters up there that don't take kindly to getting shot.
NCR?
The new California Republic. Bunch of settlers and soldiers coming in from the west, fixing on making Nevada their own. They can be right pushy, but the roads are safer because of them, so I tend to let it go. Not that I got a choice.
What does the NCR keep you safe from?
Well, the wildlife for one thing, rowdy locals for another. They're protecting their own. Just happens to help us. They've been holding off this other group from the east, too.
What do you know about the other group?
Got a funny name. Call themselves Caesar's Legion. Never seen them in these parts, so I couldn't tell you much. I hear rumors, that's about it. Supposedly they keep slaves and they got some real nasty ways of killing folks. But maybe that's just something folks in the NCR cooked up to make themselves seem more useful here. Less uninvited.
What kind of creatures are out there?
Around here, mostly coyotes and geckos. The coyotes are pretty dangerous in large packs, but otherwise they're nothing to really worry about. The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard about bigger, nastier versions out in the wasteland, but I've never seen them. Stick to the roads when you can, and steer clear of the hills north of Good Springs. The critters up there are big and poisonous.
Alright, that's all I wanted to know. Let's talk about something else.
If you want to know anything else...
I'll be right back in 1 second, guys. Alrighty, sorry about the wait there, guys. Alrighty, goodbye.
Until next time.
Alrighty. So, go jump back. So, the next person, what she said, I need to go meet the saloon person. Basically how she said is the town mom or whatever. So, let's go ahead and go meet her real quick. Man, I missed the sprint. Alrighty. Oh man, this is a long walk. Truly, I think why they only added a walk is because they knew that if they ran put a run on it, or added some type of vehicles to these type of games, the game will be over within, a few hours instead of, spending a couple of hours on it, or a few hundred hours instead of with no run, to kind of keep you in the game way longer. Of course, Fallout 4 has the run, but still, yeah. Okay, let me go ahead and save.
Evening. I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not going to buy something, get out.
What do you want?
I want you. I'm playing. What was that you said about Ringo?
He's some trader who decided he'd rather shoot than pay the toll for being in our territory. He's hiding somewhere in town. Would serve these idiots right if me and my guys shot the place up after we got payback on Ringo.
What say I help you take over this town? This area is your territory. What's been going on in the rest of the wasteland?
Same old shit that's been going on for years. The NCR and Legion are still fighting over Hoover Dam for some reason.
Let me see. Do you know anything about the Hoover Dam?
Never been there since the NCR's got troops all over it. Must be pretty important.
This area your territory?
It is now. Me and the rest of the guys busted out of the NCR prison east of here and took over. Now we're calling the shots.
Wait, what? What were you in prison for?
None of your damn business. You ought to know better than to ask a man that kind of question.
Speech 20. I just need to know if I should watch my step around you.
Robbed some people, burned some things, killed a few guys.
Alright, what do you know about the Legion?
I've run with some tough gangs. I gotta admit, they all got nothing on the Legion. I hear they stick you up on poles and it takes a while to die. I ain't saying I'm afraid of them or nothing, but I'll be staying out of their way.
Okay, tell me about the NCR.
New California Republic. Nothing new about it. Just a bunch of people with money and power pushing everyone else around. They've got troops all over the Mojave, but it's a big desert, so it's pretty easy to avoid them if you want.
Alright, there's nothing else like down here, so let's say I help you take over this town.
Let me get out of town before we talk. Too many unfriendly ears around.
Alright. Goodbye, sir.
Yeah.
Also, I leveled up, so that's good. That's a huge plus. So, I do need to bring up my lock picking a little bit. Bring that up by 3. Oh, that's right. I need at least 25 of explosive, so Mr. P can give it to me. Dynamite later. What else? Probably power 1, and then sneak 1. Confirmed Bachelor. In combat, you do 10 plus damage against the male opponent. Outside of combat, you sometimes have access to unique dialogue options when dialogue with the opposite sex. Okay, let's see what this says. Intense training. With the intense training perk, you can put a single point into any of your special attributes. Lady Killer. In combat, you do plus 10% of damage against the female opponent. Outside of combat, you have sometimes access to unique dialogue options when dealing with the opposite sex. Orientation. Orientation perk, the bonus grants by skills magazines last 3 times as long. Swift Learner. With each rank in the Swift Learner perk, you gain an additional 10% to the total experience points whenever experience points are earned. I usually do like this one here, the Lady Killer, and the Confirmed Bachelor. I usually do those 2 first, so I can during the combat times I can have extra damage against these opponents. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the Lady Killer first. Okay, go ahead and save. Alright.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon.
Alright, I overheard your argument. What was that all about?
Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him.
Where is Ringer now?
He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill.
Why not just kill Cobb and be done with it?
You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants.
What are you going to do?
Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him.
Powder gangers?
Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. It was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now.
Never mind. I want to talk about something else. Show me what you have. So, what happens if I help Ringo?
If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Goodsprings. I'd even set you up with a discount.
Huh.
Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad, and they've got a lot of friends out there.
Bring it. So I help get Ringo, and Goodsprings will like me more. What if I help out the powder gangers?
Don't know why you'd want to do a thing like that. Yep, you'd get on their good side, but people around here wouldn't appreciate it one bit.
Who was that man that you were arguing with?
He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Powder gangers is what they call themselves. Plenty more like him out there.
Alrighty, I'm trying to track down the people who attacked me. Know anything about them?
Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor, by accident, and it hasn't been working since.
Didn't my attackers say where they were going?
They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back.
Why is that?
That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know.
So where are they heading?
I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up.
Alrighty. You want me to take a look at your broken radio?
Sure, the outside looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on in the world, and that Mr. New Vegas seems like such a gentleman.
Alright, do you know anything about the robot that rescued me?
I know that thing as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me.
What does he actually do around here?
Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before.
Huh. You don't like him?
It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it all very creepy.
Alrighty, how long has he been in Goodsprings?
It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but no one knows who it was.
Never mind, let's talk about something else. Also, if nobody knows about Victor, the Victor is the cowboy robot. And also, if you talk to him right when you come out of Doc Mitchell's house, he actually been here for 10 to 15 years in Goodspring. Does Goodsprings get many visitors?
Mostly traders looking to buy bighorn or meat and hides. The traders are the main reason the general store manages to stay in business. Most travelers heading south on the I-15 just push on towards Prim, unless they're in desperate need of supplies.
Okay, anything interesting going on in the rest of the world? Or the wasteland?
There's always something interesting going on. But the biggest news has to be the come and dust up between the NCR and the Legion over the dam.
Alrighty, tell me about the NCR.
The new California Republic's got the most power in Nevada. Money, troops, you name it. They do what they can to keep things safe in the region. But if you ask me, they're trying to do too much. They're spread too thin.
Why do you think the NCR and the Legion both want the dam?
I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity. The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No idea why they'd want the dam. Probably plan on destroying it or something.
Alright, is there anything else? What can you tell me about the Legion?
Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers, so there's no mistaking it when you see them. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't overrun the territory.
Alrighty, show me what you have for sale.
Got a special discount for you, after what you done for us.
Alrighty, let me see what she has. Moonshine. Go ahead and get at least one of those, because it brings your strength up +2. Sunset, go ahead and get that. I think I got some crap in my hands I can get rid of. Conductor. Let me see. Medical brace. Bullet truck. Go hide. Alright, got 151 caps. Sweet. Okay, she only has 14 caps left, so whatever I sell, it needs to be as small as possible. Alright. Technically all she
Another
does.
satisfied customer.
Alright, let's go take a look at her radio. She said her radio, one of the, I guess, prisoners, or the guys in the checkered coat that put you in the ground, basically, shut down her radio. But, okay, save it, and let's look at the notes that she gave to me. Busted radio. The radio in the Prospector Saloon in the Good Springs was broke by the visiting Great Khan. Trudy has offered to pay you if you can fix it. Alrighty? And of course the Mojave Express delivery order, basically talks about the what's it called, the platinum chip. 250 caps if it's delivered correctly, and all that stuff. Alright, let's look at her radio. It says I need at least a repair of 20. So let's look at my repair. Repair is exactly level 20, so this should work out perfectly. You fixed the Prospector's radio saloon.
Feeling thirsty? I can take care of that.
I fixed your radio.
Yeah, I heard it turn right back on after you got done tinkering with it. Here's some caps for the work.
Let's see what else. Barter, 20. That's it? Are you implying that I've done shitty work?
Not at all. I'm never sure how much is normally charged for this sort of thing. Here's some additional caps. That should be enough. Now, how about spending some of those caps in the saloon?
No, thank you. I'll take your caps and I'm out of here.
Be careful out there.
So I just got 75 caps out of her, other than all the crap I just sold her to. So I technically got close to 200 caps I just got out of her. That's nice. Alright, let me look at my quest line, see what I have to do now. Okay. Offer help to help Ringo with the powder gangers. Okay. Also, this looks like the main quest. Inquire about the delivery assignment with the administrator of the Mojave Express and Prem. Find the men who tried to kill you. I'm gonna go ahead and try to do the first one, the Ghost Town gunfight, so I can get an extra couple people. So now I've got to go help Ringo. Basically the town reject of the town. Alrighty. I believe they said the dude is in here in the gas station. Let me take the Suns. Sweet, 4 of them. Ah, I just put my 308 round in there. That's funny. Alright, let's get in here. See what we can do about this. What's up, sucker? Hello, what's up, Fallout guy? I am starting to play Fallout New Vegas, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I only played Fallout 4. Yeah, Fallout 4 is still not that bad. I remember starting on Fallout 3.
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
It's been a while for me too for playing Fallout New Vegas, so I'm trying to jump back in the mood too, or the mode, or whatever you like to say. It's not that bad of a game, but certainly feels different from Fallout New Vegas to Fallout 4. I'm not an enemy, if that's what you're asking.
Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. Let's say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan. You know how to play?
Did you know the man named Joe Cobb looking for you?
Yeah. He doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight.
What are you going to do about this powder ganger?
I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own.
Maybe I can help. You need a hired gun, I'm available.
All I've got left on me are a handful of caps, but you get me out of this and I'll make sure the Crimson Caravan pays you back. You've got my word.
Alrighty. It'll have to do. What now?
We just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board...
Okay. I'll ask around and see who I can round up.
Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
Alright. So, basically I'm gonna be helping out Ringo, sorry. Because apparently, I guess he's in a pickle, as you may say. Other than that, he's also willing to give me some cabs, and plus also give me some good talk up for the caravan. So that's a couple pluses there. And it looks like there's a vault right here, or a safe. So let me see what I can do. Ha! Yes! First time. Sweet, it has crap ton of stuff in here. Alright, let me see what's in these crates. Some sarsaparilla. I actually tried the sarsaparilla. It's actually a real pop too. It's basically a root beer. You can get it like in your what's it called, Sutherland's or Home Depot. You can actually get in those type of stores. Okay. Trying to get these rounds, if you can stop moving around. Alright, got these extra couple rounds. Never can go wrong with the extra couple rounds in your pocket. Okay, apparently I guess my guy's finally overweight. So I'll probably need to eat some of this crap out of my hands now. Alright, get the meat. Gotta eat some of that. Yummer. Okay, what else I got? Pork and beans. Prepare. Squirrel stew. I can drink both of these down and get some of those star battle caps from them. Alright, there's more. Alrighty, yeah, I basically got all of those. Alright, let's go get Sunny Smiles to help out Ringo, to help him fight some of the powder gangers off Cobb, I think it is. That's about to head to Springs. Alright, now I gotta go back to the saloon. See if Sunny Smiles will help me out.
Howdy.
What's up?
Hi there. It's sticking around Good Springs for a while longer?
Yes, I am. I'm going to help Ringo take on the Powder Gangers. I might need your help.
Say no more. I'm in.
Oh, that was easy. Just like that. We might die horribly. Well, maybe not me. Alright, return to Ringo and let him know that Sunny Smiles has agreed to help you. Just like that?
Just like that. I have a feeling that I'm going to end up fighting those guys one way or another, so I might as well get it over with. Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo, but I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great.
Any ideas on how to convince Trudy to join us?
A silver tongue would help. Convincing Trudy that we had a good plan to win the fight would also help.
Why would Chet be willing to give us his supplies?
I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Even with the town at stake, he'd still make you barter with him.
How can I get Easy Pete's dynamite?
Easy Pete's pretty protective of his dynamite. You'd have to convince him you know a thing or two about explosives before you handed it over.
Alrighty. That's also another good thing is why you bring your explosives up to level 25. Because when you go to Easy Pete, it's going to fix the problem and help you don't have to read any explosive magazines. Alright. Now I gotta convince Trudy right here to help out. Also,
Evening.
Just as a quick little reminder, please don't forget to like and also to hit that subscribe button to help out this channel, to help it grow and so others will come to this channel. And thank you. All right, let's get back. Let's see if we can.
So you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang? It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right.
Speech 25. You should probably help me take down the Powder Gangers. Bullets, explosive, lots of fun. Sneak 16 out of 25, so there's a very low chance. I could probably take out the Powder Gangers by surprise if I had help, probably. Let's see if I can do that with the speech.
I was planning on sitting this one out, but for some reason, I can't help but like you. I'm with you. Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll see if I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating. While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped. The general store probably has what we need in stock.
Alright, got one down. Now I need to go convince Chet. Alright. Fallout Guy. In this game, even if you pick up a magazine, you have to read them to get the perk. Yeah, let me see. Well, one thing I didn't like about this game is they only last for a certain period of time. I think it's like 3 in-game hours or something like that, or I'm not sure exactly how long. But I'll go ahead and read some of these. Okay, is this okay? Good Spring. So I need to convince Chet now to giving us some armor. Okay, save right here. No.
You looking to buy some supplies?
Nope, I need you to give me some supplies. I need supplies to fight the Powder Gangers. What do you know about the situation with the Powder Gangers? Yeah, same here, Fall Guy. On this game, it was a little bit on the confusing side of how you can make stuff, produce stuff, and like remanufacture them.
If Ringo doesn't head out on his own, I think we should hand him over. The town shouldn't get itself mixed into the problem. Don't mistake that for coward talk, though. We're a town of survivors. We'll fight tooth and nail if pushed, but we don't go looking for trouble.
Okay, let me convince him. I need supplies to fight the Powder Gangers.
Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the Powder Gangers. That's a 1,000 cap investment you're talking about.
That's funny. Hello, Invader. Nice to meet you. Okay, barter 25. Also, it's also another good idea to bring up your barter as high as possible to level 25 to convince Chet here to get the extra armor and stuff like that. I put over 4,000 hours in this game. Yeah.
You made your point. I can provide people with some leather armor and extra ammo. Sure hope it's worth it. And I'll be guarding the store while all this is going on. I have to put my business first. You understand. Take it easy now.
Will do, Pete, or Chet, whatever the crap your name is. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to bring. I was wanting to go back a little bit before Fallout 4 came out, and basically before, what's it called? Welcome to time travel. Okay, let me see what the other part of the mission is. Acquire additional medical supplies from Doc. Acquire Pete's dynamite. Okay, let me talk to Pete now to convince him that we need the dynamite.
Hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
Do you know anything about the people who attacked me?
The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Word of advice, though. If you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say.
What do you know about Joe Cobb?
Bad trouble.
I'm actually playing this on PC right now, actually. Just the vanilla version, no mods or anything like that. What is your GT? What do you mean by that? That's helpful.
Welcome.
I hear if you got dynamite, it would help us beat the Powder Gangers. Why are you called Easy Pete?
Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners.
Alright. You were a prospector, like digging for gold and silver?
Nah. Means I poke through old buildings looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it.
Did you ever find anything good while prospecting?
Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run off by raiders. Eventually got too old to keep going out.
Just spawning in a Godzilla, that's pretty good, but I think we're kind of in two different time periods here. That's ridiculous. What's wrong with the NCR?
Don't get me wrong. The NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Goodsprings and Prim don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away.
Tell me about the Legion.
They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them.
Yeah, I'm saying here. I usually try to play the game fully through before I start adding what's it called, mods and stuff like that. I mean, mods are technically kind of like cheats, but to me, it feels like where the sometimes where the game doesn't meet where it should be, and the mods kind of help out, like extra long power lines in Fallout 4, extra guarding patches and stuff like that. Expand your like what's it called, population deal or whatever it might be, but I kind of like the ones that kind of helps improves the game a little bit, where the gaming company didn't really put where it should have been. Um. Okay. What's so important about the Hoover Dam?
The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake Mead, too. Anybody who owns the dam owns the territory.
What do you know? What do you use the big corners for?
Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. You just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered.
Actually, I'm also waiting for Fallout 76. I think it's actually going to be a pretty good game. Yeah, technically, this game does kind of have workshops, but they're not really called workshops. They're called benchmarks, or working bench. That's technically how they, basically, that's all they call it by. But technically, yeah, they do have workshops. But just, it's technically named different, you know? Do you know anything about Victor?
The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken-down relic with no place to be.
I hear you got some dynamite. It would help us to beat the powder gangers.
Too dangerous. Gonna kill all yourselves if I let you touch it. Better to leave it buried. Safer that way.
I am so new to this game. I have made it to Prim and to the camp nearby, and that's all I have done so far. Yeah, I mean, the furthest I got up to this game, I basically got up to the point of helping the NCR out on the dam, fighting the Caesars. Basically got up to the point of like the fighting point of that. That's about the furthest I got to that point. And then got busy and never got back to it. And then I was like, a few years later, came back. It's like, might as well just restart from the beginning. Technically, you can't put your stuff in the workbenches on here, or the smithing bench or anything like that. You basically get a hotel room. I forgot what the place is called, but you basically get a hotel room and put all your stuff within that, basically a vault, a safety box or whatever, and put all your stuff in there. But in this game, you can't build houses or towns and stuff like that. And also, that's pretty cool. Ender the Gamer. Okay, explosives 25. I'm familiar with the care and handling of the explosive with dynamite included.
Uh-huh. Guess you know what you're doing. I'll go dig it up and get it ready. You'll have it by the time the fighting starts.
Alrighty, got him out of the way now.
Keep your gun handy if you go poking around.
Alrighty, got him done. Okay, who else? Okay, yeah, you could also do the Lucky 36 Casino. That would be your secondary house or hotel room or whatever you like to call it. Okay, now I gotta go up to Doc, the teacher, and get some medical packs from him. See if he'll donate some medical packs. Okay, let's go ahead and save anyway. There he is. Sitting in the same chair where I woke up from. Alright.
Welcome back. I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon. What can I do for you?
Alright, man. You have a good day, Fallout guy. On her, I need help, Doc. Could you give me some, me the rundown at Goodsprings one more time? I need medical supplies. Can you help heal my radiation? The town is going to be attacked by bandits. Anything you could do to help?
Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never leave each other alone. Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. And my supplies are scarce, but I'll give you what I can spare.
Alright, an extra 3 stent packs. I need medical supplies.
Sure.
So he gave me 3 stent packs, and he still has 6 in his hand. So technically, he had 9 in his hand. Technically, so he only gave me like 25% of the 75% he had, or the 100% he had. I'll go ahead and get 2 more. Golly, 312 freaking caps. Shit. Nah, I'm good. Could you give me the rundown? Okay. Got all the stuff I need. Alright. Return to Ringo and let him know that Sonny Smiles has agreed to help fight the Power Gamers. Alrighty. Now I just gotta let Ringo know that we're ready to go. Also, just as a reminder, guys, please don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to hit that subscribe button to help out this awesome channel, to help improve it, and to help continue for other people to also come to this channel. Appreciate it. Alright, so I just got in here, now we gotta let them know.
So what's going on? Did Sonny agree to help us? Well, I guess that means we're ready to go. Unless you think there's something else you can do. All right, I'm ready. I hope.
Time to look alive. The Powder Gangers are here to play.
Alrighty, how many are there?
At least 6. Joe Cobb included. They look pretty mean.
I'm ready. You be ready too.
Oh, Easy Pete came through with the dynamite. Here's your supply. I really hope I don't blow myself up. I'll be set up near the store. Let's hope that the gang doesn't manage to make it that far.
Alrighty. I know my laser pistol's really damaged already. Let me get to my weapons and let me go ahead and pull out my grenade launcher, because they're going to be at long distance anyway, so might as well blow them up far range first. Go ahead and save right here again, since I'm right here at the fight. Okay, there goes one powder ganger. Goodsprings idolization. Renewed for your extensive support and goodwill. You are idolized by the community. Awesome. Okay, let me go ahead and save real quick.
I owe you a huge favor for this. Here, these are technically Crimson Caravan funds, but I know they'll understand once I explain things.
Power gain or inflamed, okay, good. Yeah, I mean, this game is almost 10 years old. I mean, this game came out in 2008, I believe, or 2010. So this game's technically almost 10 years old already. You're welcome. Didn't I hear you say something earlier about not being able to pay me now? Seems a little light for what the work I did. Yeah, Fallout 4 is not that bad of a game. It's just like kind of like New Vegas, and the older one's a little bit better, personally.
I did have what was left of the Crimson Caravan money, but I wasn't sure if it was my right to just give it away. I owe you more than that, though, so look me up at the Crimson Caravan camp up in New Vegas if you ever visit.
Alright. Go ahead and increase my guns a little bit. Alright, now I want to go ahead and go pick this stuff up from the guys. Finally got a vermin rifle. Really don't need a cleaver. Go ahead and repair my vermin rifle. Don't need a tire and iron or a switchblade. Let's see if any of my power gainer simple outfit. I could go ahead and repair it to reduce some weight off me. And of course, everybody has their, their own opinion about the Fallout games. I mean, it's probably because some people that probably didn't even start until the Fallout 4 game came out, and some people started way before that, like when Fallout 1 and 2 came out. I didn't even start until the Fallout 3 came out. Let me grab some of this other stuff. And I'm overweight again already. Alright, let me see if I can repair any of this stuff. Looks like this right here is good. Some of the stuff right here I can repair real quick. Alrighty, so I'll have at least 1 pound overweight, apparently. That's fine, I can drink one of the things I may be overweight in. Or, let's see. Alright, got all the stuff out of my hands. Looks like I might have forgot one more guy right here. I'll just take his normal stuff. Gotta repair some stuff real quick. Okay, go ahead and repair my single shotgun. Alright. I believe that is all the people that kind of attacked, so... everybody's still alive. For sure, because I used my grenade launcher to take care of 90% of the people real quick. So none of them should have been damaged or hurt anyway. Let me go see Sunny Smiles real quick.
Hello. Thanks again for all your help.
What are the rules of the caravan?
It's a two-player game, and the winner takes the whole pot. You build a caravan using the goal is to create caravan bids that beat your opponent's bids. So there's more strategy than luck involved. It's why you won't see caravan in any casino. Too slow-paced. And more importantly, no house edge. Here, take this holotape. It goes into more specifics about the rules. You'll also need a deck, so take one of my spares. So, you feel like playing a game?
Yeah, I'll do it a little later. Where can I find more cards?
Just keep an eye out for them while you travel. I've found cards in old boxes or forgotten on shelves. Can find some for sale, too.
I don't have time for this game right now.
All right.
Can you tell me anything about this Good Spring?
I've never stopped here until recently. You're better off asking one of the locals.
Alright, that's basically all he has. Alright, let's see if there's anybody else in this place. Looks like there's literally no one here. Okay, there's
Hey there.
Smiles.
That'll teach the powder gangs to avoid Good Springs in the future.
Alright, that's all she has to say. So that's technically it for her. Alright. Let me see what the other missions are. Track down the source of the serum identification. I think the other one. Yeah, here it is. They went that way. Inquire about delivery assignment with a administrator of the Mojave Express in the Prim. Find the man who tried to kill you. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and set that. I'm gonna go ahead and skip forward a little bit because I need to sell some of this stuff off. Alright, she should be here by now. Nah, that's fine. I'll just go to Chet.
Morning.
I could probably get a better barter from Chit anyway. And I'll read the, what's it called?
Howdy.
I'll read the speech or the barter deal. Yeah, I'm using the Xbox 360 remote. Or it's actually an Xbox One remote, but I prefer the Xbox One over the Xbox 360. For the remotes anyway. Okay, let me go ahead and save. Alright, let me read that. Deal that increased barter by 10. So I get a little bit of pricing on everything.
That was a hell of a fight. Let's hope it doesn't bite us in the ass later on.
Can do. Okay, damn, he has 800 caps in his hand. Okay. Broad machete. 36 DPS and 11 damage, it looks like. Sell the knife off. Single shotgun, it's only one freaking round. I'll go ahead and sell that off. Okay. Let me go ahead and... Might as well keep the powder ganger plain outfit because I'm going to need that a little later. Light leather armor. Might as well go ahead and sell that off. Sell that off. Money. Don't need that. Yeast. Wonder glue. Alright, let's see what he has for sale. I do need some ammunition for for myself on here. Let's see what he has. Oh, there's a shovel. I was thinking. Okay, I'm gonna see what he has in his ammunition. 20 gauge rounds. Go ahead and get those. 20 gauge slugs. 9mm. And then probably not that many. Just get 16 rounds. Alright, that's good.
Give me a shout if you need anything else. Take it easy now.
Alrighty, I will be right back. I have to go do something real quick, and I'll be back in just a few moments. Actually,
Hello there. It's good to see a friendly face. I almost took you for a raider, I did. Name's Malcolm. Malcolm Holmes. Don't suppose you'd care to trade. I'm missing a few essentials and... screw this. Lying just ain't in my nature. I'll tell it to you straight. I've been following you for a good bit now.
Why were you following me?
It started off innocently enough. I was traveling, as I often do, and happened to observe you picking up one of those blue star caps. You didn't show any reaction to it, so I figured you didn't know what you'd gotten your hands on.
What's so special about these caps?
There's an old wasteland legend that says somewhere out there is a fabulous treasure from before the war. Those caps with the blue star on them, the tale goes, are the key to that treasure. They're called sunset sarsaparilla stars.
Where can I find more of these caps?
All over the place. The easiest place to find them is unopened bottles of sunset sarsaparilla. You'd think they'd all have been picked clean by now, but somehow, new bottles keep appearing in the machines. Some say it's old Festus that does it, hoping someone will finally collect enough caps to earn the treasure. Other than bottles, you'll just have to scavenge. You can find caps in the unlikeliest of places, and blue star caps are no exception.
You mentioned someone named Fetus. Who's that?
It's said that the treasure is guarded by a man named Festus, and he's the one who asked for the blue star caps. It's also said he's been around since the war, standing a lonely vigil, waiting for someone to come and take the treasure off his hands. That'll make him pretty damn old, but I've met a few people in my travels who claim they actually met him, and they weren't the lying type either.
So you collect these caps too? What kind of treasure are we talking about? Thanks for the info, but I'll be going now. So what kind of... so you collect these caps too?
Nah, I gave it up years ago. Too dangerous. And even if I did still collect them, I'd tell you the same. There's people out there so mad with the idea of treasure that they'll attack strangers just on the suspicion that they have some of those caps.
What kind of treasure are we talking about here?
No one knows. Money, weapons, water. It is, or maybe was, something of value, and that's enough to get people motivated.
Thanks for the info. I'll be going now.
No problem. If you do end up trying to collect more stars, watch out for a man named Alan Marks. He's killed several people for their stars already.
Alrighty guys, thank you for being here during my stream, and for those who are commenting, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. I'm gonna be gone for a little bit, and I'll be back soon, and then maybe either start this game back up or start on another game, either or. I'll probably most likely come back to this game because it seems pretty fun so far right now. I'll be back in a little while, and thank you for those who are streaming. And you guys have basically a wonderful day.